Hi there, I'm going to share with you a simple but incredibly powerful marketing tip that over 90% of small businesses and self-employed people don't even know about, and as a result their marketing isn't nearly as effective as it could be. So okay, what's this simple, powerful little technique that you can do in your marketing that will make such a massive difference? Well, it's as simple as focusing on the value that your customers get from doing business with you. Okay, what do I mean by that? Well, most marketing simply focuses on what the product is all about. And unfortunately, people only ever buy anything if they can see the value in doing it. In other words, they can see something in it for them that's going to be beneficial to make their life better, make them, smarter, thinner, better looking, less poor, more wealthy, do things faster, more efficiently, etc. Whatever it is that you do that helps people, most people will just neglect that bit and talk about what it is they do. Hairdressers say, I'm just a hairdresser, instead of saying I make people look fantastic by doing great hair designs. A lot of lawyers will simply say, well, we're a lawyer. What they don't say is that we help give our clients peace of mind by sorting out their legal problems. So what I would encourage you to do is to have a think about what value it is that you bring to people. A good example of that is a client we've just launched a website for, and they sell sweets. Not just any sweets, but they do online pick and mix. Now, I remember when I was young going to the local Woolworths and doing pick and mix as often as I could convince my mother and occasionally my grandmother to take me there. It brings back some real memories of just being able to choose the sweets I like in a big combination bag. And they focus not just on the sweets, but they focus on the nostalgia of having pick and mix, the feeling of when we were young, etc., that we were able to choose just what we wanted in this big bag of sweeties, rather than having to have all of one thing or a mixture of stuff, some of which we didn't maybe like. Now you think, well, where's the value in that? The value is that making people feel good by harking back to a time when they were young and they could go and do the pick and mix thing, because it really was an experience. In my website design business, the value that we offer to our customers through our marketing is that our websites, the websites that we build for our customers, are built with return on investment as the main focus. We don't focus on aesthetics. We don't focus on how technically great it's going to be. We focus on the fact that when you're a small business or you're self-employed and you need a website, you need it to be a marketing channel first. Yes, they look good, we make some great designs, but the marketing element is the key value proposition that we give to our customers. Return on investment. We also reassure our customers that we're not going to try and blind them with geek speak, and that all our pricing is transparent, which means they know what they're going to pay for. And there's a whole load of reasons. It's not about the website. It's not about the code. It's not about the programming. It's not about, the software that we use. It's all about what the customer gets from doing business with us. So one of the simplest ways of finding out why people buy from you, what the value that you bring to people, is to simply talk to your customers. Just ask them. We talk to our customers an awful lot. We're constantly asking them questions, how they're going, what's it doing, how the website's performing for them, etc. Several times a week we're talking to some of our customers, simply because we want that relationship with them, but we also want to know what it is they're getting from what we do. Because if there's a pattern developing here, we can then consider adding this to the marketing mix. If there's something that our customers are benefiting from us building a website for them, we can benefit. We can focus on that benefit in our marketing. We get the value. The customers will tell the value to us, and then we spread it out to hopefully share it with other people to encourage them to get the same value by becoming one of our customers. And that's the whole crux of it. Most marketing simply focuses on what the company offers, what the company does, the services. But people buy things for a reason. And the value proposition that you bring, the reason why people buy is where your marketing should be emphasised. If you're incredibly good at, if you're incredibly good at doing hair, then you need to shout about it. Get your customers to rave about it, actually. Talk about how good you are with making people look good, and as a result, feel good. A number of years back, I helped create an ad for a private dentist. They wanted to sell more teeth whitening services. And they put ads before where they talked about teeth whitening and what it does. And I said, look, this is not going to do as well as it could because you're focusing on the product and not the benefit. So we created an ad which went into a local newspaper, and the headline was, look good, feel great. And it was all about the benefits of whitening your smile. Why people, when they've got a nice white, clean teeth, they feel good. They're happy to smile, happy to show off this bright, gleaming gnashers. Okay? And the ad was so successful, I really should have gone on a percentage. I didn't charge them a huge amount because they've been a long-standing client. But the ad brought in, from a £300 spend, £14,000 worth of new business. Whereas in the past, that £300 spend with their old ads barely brought in what they'd actually paid for it. The difference is that we focused on the value, what the customer was going to get out of doing business with this. Look good, feel great, happy to smile. So there you are, that's it. Focus on value, focus on what the customers get out of doing business with you, whatever that is. If you don't know, find out, talk to your customers, talk to what it is that they get, why they come to you, why they buy from you, what's the favourite thing about doing business with you, why do they keep coming back, why did they buy from you in the first place, what did they see in what you do that encouraged them to not only buy but to come back. And most of them will tell you only need to make a few phone calls before you start to see a pattern here. And if they're happy customers, they'll be more than happy to talk to you. So that's it. Focus on value. The value is where it's at in all marketing. And like I said at the beginning, over 90% of small businesses and self-employed people in their marketing miss this out. Just completely and totally miss it out. Sadly, it's because oftentimes they don't know it. They don't know that that's where it's at. That's where the results are in their marketing. But anyway, I've ranted enough. I appreciate you watching. Thanks for tuning in. Remember, subscribe, like, share, comment if you've got a question or something to say. But that's it. Thanks a lot, and bye for now.